The story of the Red Guards in China intro. The storm begins China, 1966. The nation was tense, wounded from past failures. Mao Zedong, once at the height of power, was quietly pushed aside after the Great Leap Forward. But Mao wasn't finished. He returned with a new plan, the Great Proletarian Cultural Revolution, a campaign to purge bourgeois ideas, revive revolutionary spirit, and bring Mao back to the center of power. And he called upon the youth of China to lead it. The birth of the Red Guards: high school students, college freshmen, teenagers barely old enough to vote, if voting existed. They rallied to Mao's words. They wore military jackets. They tied red armbands around their sleeves. They raised the little red book high in the air. They called themselves Red Guards. Mao called them the vanguard of revolution. To them, it wasn't rebellion. It was justice. It was destiny. The Four Olds. The mission was simple and terrifying. Destroy the Four Olds. Old customs, old culture, old habits, old ideas. What did that mean in real life? Temples were burned, ancient scrolls and paintings torn to shreds, graves desecrated, street names changed. Teachers, even beloved ones, were beaten in front of their students. Some died from the torture. Others took their own lives. Even parents weren't safe. Children turned them in for saying the wrong thing, or for simply owning an old book. The nation descends across cities. Red Guard factions formed, and then they turned on each other, each claiming to be the true revolutionaries. Battles broke out in the streets, armed with sticks, bricks, and stolen weapons. Schools shut down, factories collapsed, transportation halted. China was unraveling, but still, Mao watched from above and cheered them on. The Tiananmen rallies in 1966. Mao appeared in Tiananmen Square, not once, but 8 times. Each time, millions of Red Guards filled the square, waving flags, chanting slogans. Some fainted just from seeing him. To them, Mao wasn't just a leader, he was a god, and they would follow him anywhere. The crackdown by 1968, even Mao realized things had gone too far. Factories were no longer producing. Famine threatened again. The army was growing restless, so Mao made a decision. The People's Liberation Army would take control. Red Guard groups were disbanded. Students were sent away, millions of them, to the countryside, to remote villages, to work the fields and learn from the peasants. No schools, no jobs, no way back. A generation lost. They were called the sent down youth. Their dreams erased, their education interrupted, their loyalty unrewarded. Some lived in poverty for years. Others never recovered from the trauma. Many looked back with guilt, shame, or confusion. They were used and then discarded. The era ends. The Cultural Revolution dragged on until Mao's death in 1976. After that, China changed course. Leaders like Deng Xiaoping opened the economy, modernized the country, but never fully addressed the past. The Red Guards were left out of textbooks, their story buried. But their scars remain, legacy and warning. The story of the Red Guards is more than history. It's a warning. What happens when youth are weaponized? When ideology replaces empathy, when blind loyalty replaces thought. They believed they were building a better China. Instead, they helped tear it apart.